Good morning, beauties. Welcome to my weekly live stream. If you're new around here, my name's Bettina. I want to apologize for being so late. I feel like an absolute sloth this morning. I just could not get out of bed and it was like slow moving. I felt like I was just plodding around the house. So that's why we're a little bit late, because the struggle is real this morning. Anyway, for those of you that oh my gosh. That's why we're a little bit late, because the struggle is real this morning. Awkward playback there. Anyway, for those of you that are new, this is my weekly Want It or Don't series. This is basically like a will I buy it / anti-haul all rolled into one. So basically I jump on live, I share my Instagram screen with you, and we talk about all the new beauty releases in a live stream format. And you guys can sound off in the comments and let me know your thoughts on all the stuff that we're talking about. And it's a great, like, live interaction form of a Will I Buy It series. I really enjoy it. I know everyone that joins us in the chat really enjoys it. So if you can make it one day, I would love to have you. It is every single Sunday at 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So if you can, set the reminder when you see my little thumbnail pop up in your subscription feed. You can set the reminder. You can have YouTube remind you when it's going to go live. So that all being said, I'm going to share my screen with you in a second. I will put my disclaimer here that we're just talking about makeup. If you ever get offended about someone talking about your favorite brand or your favorite influencer that owns a brand or your favorite collaboration with a brand, if you don't like hearing anything negative about those kind of things, then this is probably not the place for you. But on the other hand, if you are trying to save money, if you're trying to learn how to be really critical of new releases and you want to learn how to get a critical eye and analyze makeup in a more critical way, then this definitely is the place for you, because we all are trying to save money here. We're trying to limit the amount of crap that we bring into our collection. So that's why we're very critical here on the Makeup Enthusiast live stream. So without further ado, let me share my screen. And so far we have Stevie has joined us today in the live chat. Welcome, beautiful. And if you are here watching, then don't be a creeper. Let me know in the live chat that you are here and let everyone else know that you are here. Carolyn is here as well. Good morning to you, beautiful. It is so good to see you both in the live chat. Okay, so let me jump on over to this screen. So we're sharing my Instagram screen right now. What's happened to Kat? Oh no, so some brands using her photo as their advertising. Oh, I hate it when brands do that. I hate it when brands do that. So dodgy. Okay, so as per usual, I do follow a couple of Instagram accounts on Instagram. The first and most important being Beauty News Official. So it's run by Kat and Haley from Beauty News. I find that they're a really good source of information for new releases, and they are Aussie. For those of you that don't know, these girls are based in Melbourne. I think they do a fantastic job. Then there's also Trend Mood for any gaps where the Beauty News girls haven't covered. And then there's also Indie Mood, which is run by Amy from the channel Amy Loves Makeup here on YouTube. And she only focuses on reposting indie news. So any really small brands that you probably never heard about before. And if you do want to start supporting really small brands, I suggest following Indie Mood. I will say though, a lot of them are like American-based indie brands. So for us in Australia, a lot of them at the moment, you have to do some research. A lot of them at the moment don't ship internationally, which is unfortunate, but that's generally the way it goes when a brand first starts out. Tarina is here. Good morning, beautiful. It's so good to see you again. Okay, so we finished off with Winky Lux last week. So we're going to talk about Becca. So Becca are coming out with this new Zero collection. So this is a collection free from pigment. Instead, it utilizes the brand's clear light blur technology. And I know a lot of their products, they harp on about this clear light blur technology that they include in their products. So we have the no pigment virtual foundation. It's supposed to be a silicone-free, brewing with glycerin and hyaluronic acid to instantly hydrate and instantly hydrate parched pores. No Pigment Foundation is a tall glass of cool water for skin that instantly cools skin on contact while controlling oil production. So I know Becca came out with that powder recently that had that cooling effect when it touched the skin, but I know a lot of people said that the cooling effect didn't last very long at all. So I don't know. I'm obviously, if this is a cream, it probably will stay with that cooling effect for longer. But I don't know whether I really trust their formulas all that much, because I know a lot of people said that they lost their cooling effect with the powder like way before like the date on the pot, which is unfortunate. So this is supposed to, where'd I get up to? Cold glass of water, instantly cools on skin while controlling oil production, helps perfect skin with a transparent matte finish. Complexion balancing formula helps you embrace your natural complexion while also helping, oh gosh, I have to sneeze, while also helping you achieve that covetable dewy glass skin. Okay, so we can see down the bottom here that we have the then and the now on the skin here. Doesn't stop there. This luxurious gel adapts to all skin tones and also gives fullness and definition to the brows. I don't know how I feel about that. This reminds me of what's it called? The Danessa Marix, I think it's the Dew Balm or the Wet Dew Balm, but in like a bigger packet. That product is designed to be like placed over the top of, like you can use it as a primer. It's kind of like a stiff gel kind of formula, and you can use it as a primer, but you can also like layer it over the top of powder and cream products to kind of meld it all together. So this kind of reminds me of that a little bit. And then we have a no pigment highlighter for face and lips. So to me, this just looks like a clear lip gloss essentially. I'm assuming that it might not be maybe as tacky as a traditional gloss. It might like, settle down a little bit, but it just looks like the gloss. It looks like a gloss. So this is the must-have for creating natural dewy highlight, no pigment highlighter for face and lips, multi-purpose gloss for face and lips. So it's a gloss. Delivers a wet glass skin effect that you're bound to adore. I will say things like this, like if you're using gloss on the face, depending on the formula of the gloss, it stays sticky and it's not a nice feeling on the face. Up here, it looks like it kind of dries down, but when you look at this girl here, it looks like it's still quite dewy. So it just depends on what the formula is like and if it kind of dries down and loses that stick. But if you're putting gloss on your face, like it looks amazing in photos, like gloss on the eyelids, it looks amazing in photos, but in practicality and wearing it on a daily basis, it just does not work. Like your eyelids start moving and you get massive creasing, like you're going to be having your hair blown around and you're going to get your hair stuck in your cheeks. Like in practice, it just doesn't really work. It says that it's got a non-stick wearability. I don't know. You're claiming that it's a gloss. Most glosses are kind of sticky, usually. Oh gosh, Kylie has joined us. Good morning to you, beautiful. It's so good to see you. When I saw this post, I thought some of the before pics looked better. Yeah, I do tend to agree with you here. And this one here, like it doesn't really look like she's applying anything, especially because in this one, it looks like she's definitely applying something. In this one, it looks like she's just holding the dry doe foot on her face. That's what it looks like. But yeah, I do agree with you. Some of them look better, especially for the climate that we're in at the moment as well. Like everyone's all about the dew at the moment. So I think some of their befores look better than their afters. Same. I can't see what it's supposed to be doing. I only want gloss on my lips. Yeah, I'm the same. I don't want gloss on my cheeks. I don't even wear gloss on my lips. I never used to wear gloss on my lips until I realized how many glosses I had in my collection. And I was like, girl, you need to start wearing your glosses. Okay, we have a new collaboration with Revlon and Wonder Woman 1984. I'm really keen for this movie. I'm really keen for this movie. And I think I forget her name. Oh, if you guys remember this actress's name, I can't remember off the top of my head her name, but she's gorgeous. But obviously she is I think she's one of the ambassadors, or she's one of the faces of Revlon. So like this collaboration kind of makes sense. So we have an eyeshadow palette. This one here. I will say, I kind of like this. Yes, that's it. Gal oh my gosh, Gal Gadot. Yeah, I knew it was a different kind of name, but she is stunning. Yeah, the actress that plays Wonder Woman. She does like the Wonder Woman in all the series. Yes, it is. Yeah, I will say this eyeshadow palette, like I don't hate it, but knowing Revlon, it's probably going to be trash formula. But I don't mind the colors and the color combinations in there. These lipsticks, like this deep burgundy color, oof, and this red and this nude, some of these colors like speak to my soul. But I do believe that these lipsticks might possibly be existing colors, just like put in new packaging. And then we have the Color Stay Glaze sticks. So these are like cream eyeshadow sticks, which I don't think is a bad idea, because there's not a lot of brands that have, I may be lying here because off the top of my head, I can't really remember, but I think it's nice when drugstore bring out products like this, because we see a lot of higher end brands like Laura Mercier, by Terry have cream shadow sticks like this. And those things are like $50, $60 in Australia for one stick. So it's good to see a brand like Revlon bring out a easy cream shadow stick type product. Then we have these two glitter lip colors. Now, I will say that for super glossy, high pigmented lip glosses with glitter in it, these look really nice. And then we have some ultra matte lip mousses. These colors are not speaking to me. This one, coral, I feel like I look like a little bit of a clown sometimes when I wear coral on my lips. And then I'm just not really a really deep brown lip wearer. I just feel like it doesn't really suit me. But these I could definitely see would look gorgeous on like deeper skin tones. These are, what are these? These are the Kiss Melting Shine lipsticks. These look beautiful as well. They look like a super nice formula, except I will say they look like they might be a clicky tube where you click it and then it comes out the top here. I don't think products like this in lip products really work. And anytime there's a click, I overclick and it just goes everywhere. It drives me crazy. So I'm a notorious overclicker with products like this. So I would get way too much lip product coming out, and then I'm assuming click products you usually can't retract. So I'm assuming that I would get this all over the cap and a massive mess. Then I have the Liquid Armor Glow Pot in Golden Lasso. This once again looks really nice as well. This reminds me a little bit of, I was going to say one of the Australis ones that I have, but there I would say a little bit more metallic. But this looks like a really nice color. You could use it as like an all over lid color. You could use it as like an all over eye color if you're that way inclined. This looks like a really nice, easy swipe on and go kind of product. And then we have the Transforming Effects Eye Powder. So these are like the little sponge tip powder things. They come with the pots of colors on each end, and then you have the sponge tip over the top here. I will say in this picture it looks beautiful, but it doesn't work like this. It does not work like this, because they have obviously laid down a really nice precise black wing, and then you get this stupid little sponge tip that you try and apply the powder product over the top, and you can see here on the edge here that it turns into a hot mess. Like it does not stay in the lines. Like it's not obedient because of the way the sponge tip is shaped. It's huge, and you're trying to apply it to a nice precise wing. You're going to get this everywhere. It's going to turn into a hot mess. I think that if if the reason why they're doing products like this is to do a really nice, precise, like metallic or ombre wing like this, they should have like a really like a fine brush on the end instead of these stupid sponge tips, or at least make the sponge tip smaller. Don't make it this huge hunk of mess on the end to advertise it to be applied over a really nice sharp wing. It's just a mess. Urban Decay came out with products like this recently as well, and they did the exact same thing. Like they had a really nice, like sharp eyeliner pen, I think, on one end, and then on the other end they had the sponge tip, the giant sponge tip ball applicator on the end, and were advertising it to be applied over a really nice sharp wing to get like a multi-chrome eye or a graphic liner. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. And then lastly, we have this compact mirror. It's pretty standard, pretty boring. Like they've just whacked the Wonder Woman logo on it. Yeah, it's all right. I like this collection. Like I tear it to shreds, but I like this collection. I think there's aspects of it that they've done really well. And obviously there's ways that they can improve, but I think it's an all right collection, especially from a brand like Revlon, who usually like they put a decent amount of effort into their collaborations, but they don't really go the whole hog. But I think this is an all right one. I remember when e.l.f. used to have their glosses that would click to like the Stila lip glazes. Those were messy to use. Yeah, any kind of click type products always turns into a mess for me. Always turns into a mess. I'm going to skip over this square for now because there's photos and screenshots on Trend Mood. So instead of watching the video, we're going to wait for the photos. Next, we have a new collection of lipsticks from Juvia's Place, and I do not need any more lip products, any more lipsticks, any more lip glosses, but these look beautiful. There's just something about these that, like this photo here, it looks so appealing, and the lip glosses, you know, I can take or leave, but the lipsticks look beautiful, and I feel, I don't know, for some reason, as soon as I see this, I think of Jaclyn Hill lipsticks, and I'm like, damn, that was a mess. But I'm like, these look amazing. And I'm assuming, I don't know, I haven't seen anyone do any reviews on these just yet, but I'm assuming that they don't have any hair or metal or plastic in them. They could very well, but I'm assuming, knowing that Juvia's Place already has pretty good formulas and whatnot, I'm assuming that these will be good. But these are the swatches here of it. So let's go through these. These are all like deeper nudes, which they're beautiful, but I don't vibe with them. These ones, this color here, that is me in a lipstick. Like this mauvey type color here is my like perfect nude. I love wearing colors like this. Beautiful. Even this Libra, oh, stunning. But then we get even further in, all of these colors here. I'm like, oh, give me all of them. They are stunning, absolutely beautiful. I would wear all of these lipstick colors here. Absolutely beautiful, so beautiful. These are already available. I think they're supposed to be a hydrating velvety matte lipstick. So I'm really interested to know what people think of these lipsticks. The thing I will say as well is the bullet shape is a very interesting shape. Let me see if I can find a better photo showing it. This one here is kind of good. So it's kind of like this square, like a traditional kind of lipstick bullet shape, but the sides, like the curved sides, have been lopped off. You can see it here. Like there's straight edges to it, which they look beautiful. Oh my God, they look so beautiful. And the pink packaging is gorgeous. And then we have the lip glosses. I think this is the photo that has the swatches. Yes, so these are all the swatches of the lip glosses. The more pigmented ones I probably would not really wear. Just not really into that kind of thing at the moment. But these ones down here, even the clear one is beautiful. And this one here with the like pinky purpley colored gloss, they look really beautiful. They look like they might be like a thicker type formula. They say that they're non-sticky glass gloss. So, you know. And then the lip liners. Where did I see the photos of the lip liners? I thought there were swatches somewhere of the lip liners, but maybe I'm just making that up. Juvia's Place has been kind of really, I don't know what the right word is, guarded with the swatches on this release. Like, I don't know whether they just intended not to bring out swatches, but like they've only just released the swatches. Maybe it's in this one. I don't think they've shown swatches of the... these marketing photos look so appealing. Sorry if I'm making you sick by clicking through this all very quickly. I'm just trying to find the swatches. Shea Toffee. Oh, even that though. I said that I didn't dig it, but I kind of dig it now on the lighter skin tone. That's very beautiful. I can't find swatches of the lip liners, but I'm assuming, I don't know whether... Long-wearing pencil that glides seamlessly to define and fill the lips. Perfect for use with Juvia's Place, obviously. So perfect with Juvia's Place lip products. So we have 6 colors here. They don't have exact like matches to the lipsticks. I don't know whether they're planning on doing that eventually, but you can see that there is at least like one for each color family that they've come out with. Yeah, I can't see any swatches, but they look like they might be all right. They are the twist up retractable liners. So it just depends on whether you prefer a pencil liner or the twist up retractable liners. The sharpener pencil ones are traditionally a firmer lip liner type product. I don't need any more lip products either, but it's so hard to stop myself. Hello, Sephora sale. Oh gosh. I added so much into my Sephora sale cart and I was like, no, you are not spending this amount of money. So I had to like delete a whole heap out of it. Those look very nice. Shaped a little like the Charlotte Tilbury bullets. Yeah, definitely. They do have a similar shape to the Charlotte Tilbury ones. Where can you buy Juvia's Place? So you can buy Juvia's Place from the Juvia's Place website. I think they have free international shipping over, I think it's $100 US. They always have really good sales on the Juvia's Place website. Like sometimes they have like 50% off their eyeshadow palettes and stuff. So you can buy through the Juvia's Place website, or I think it is Beauty Bay that stocks Juvia's Place, but it's a much more minimal collection compared to everything that they have on their website. So it's only select items. I've always found Beauty Bay, they only have a few bits and pieces from the collection. Let's go back. Okay. It doesn't want to go back. Let's go this way then. Okay. Just gonna mute you guys or mute me for. All right, we're back. Okay, where did we get up to? Okay, oh my gosh. I really don't want to talk about this because I have things to say and it's probably not going to be very nice because I'm so disappointed in this collection. So as you guys remember last week, Patrick Starr announced that he was coming out with his brand One Size, and I was so excited about the brand and what he was going to be bringing out. And then this week he announces that this is his first product that he's bringing out. And it is a makeup dissolving mist, and it is a packet of wipes. Like, are you freaking kidding me? This is probably one of the most disappointing first releases from a brand that I have ever seen. Like, in my personal opinion, I saw this and I was like, is it April Fool's? Like, did I miss something? Are you freaking kidding me? I just feel like, I don't want to say he's out of touch because he is pretty up with, everything that's going on. But at the same time, I'm like, you brought out a packet of wipes, for Christ's sake. Like, what the hell are you thinking? So many people are very anti-wipes at the moment. They're wasteful. They're not good for the environment. They're not good for your skin usually. I'm assuming that he, put a lot more energy and research and whatnot into these wipes, but still, it's a wipe. It's a single-use product, and people are just they're just getting away from that kind of shit at the moment. It just drives me crazy. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me that this is the first thing that you bring out? Like, you raised everyone's expectations up to like here. Like, I was up to 100. I was so excited. I was like, what's it going to be first? Like, is it going to be this? Is it going to be that? Like, and then he brings out wipes and a makeup remover mist. On top of that, it is an aerosol can with a makeup dissolving mist in it. And the way that he applied it in his video, I did watch his like announcement video. He used a crap ton of this stuff. So I'm assuming that you're probably going to go through it very quick. The fact that it is an aerosol mister as well, I don't know whether the product, I don't know if it's a thicker type product, it might clog up the aerosol can really easily, really quickly, and you won't be able to get the rest of the product out. Because it is an aerosol as well, as soon as that spout's clogged, you're pretty much screwed. Like, you can kind of get in there with a needle and try and clean it out, but you shouldn't have to go to that kind of effort to use the entirety of a product. But once the aerosol is clogged, like, you got to throw it out. It's pretty much done for, and that's just even more waste. This packet is, I believe it's like plastic as well, like it's pure plastic. The flap is plastic, the can is aerosol. Like, everything about this release so far just really upsets me and really disappoints me. I'm like, you are a makeup queen and you come out with something to take the makeup off. I'm just like, what the hell are you thinking? I know that the brand is one size, so this is very like one size type product, but I would have thought that, he could have brought out an eyeshadow palette, or he could have brought out like, I don't know, something that is more, makeup related than something to take your makeup off. And also on top of that, like another layer, no one wants to buy skincare items from makeup brands at the moment. Like, everything that I see where it's a skincare brand, a makeup brand bringing out a skincare product, there's always countless comments on the post saying, I don't trust makeup brands bringing out skincare products. Like, I'm not going to buy this because they're a makeup brand and they should stick to what they know. Like, that's essentially what people say. Like, they don't trust makeup brands bringing out skincare products. And I know that's very, I don't know, it's not even old-fashioned, but it's a very kind of backwards way of doing things because, makeup brands, they still have a shit ton of money to spend on research and whatnot for skincare products. But the general consensus from people is, I don't trust makeup brands that bring out skincare products because, they just feel like they should stick to what they know. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I feel like I've been punked. I feel like I'm just waiting for Patrick Star to come out and be like, got you guys. Like, surely you didn't think that was my first release, but it is. It is. And he's very proud of it. And I guess so he should be. But at the same time, did you do some market research? Like, did you do research about how this product would be received? Like, how wipes are perceived at the moment, how aerosol products are perceived at the moment? There's like this massive movement towards people just trying to make as much as they can their routine a little bit more eco-friendly, a little bit more sustainable. And this is just like, this just kicks that idea to the curb. And it's like, fuck that idea. We're going to go with this instead. Like, it's just, anyway, that's my little rant on the wipes. So disappointed with this release, no wipes. In fact, the wipes have made me not want to buy from his brand ever. One thing I will say about the wipes as well is, and this is just me speculating, I've seen a lot of people, like I was going through the comments on the post on the brand's Instagram page because I was really interested to know whether it was actually something that he thought about. And a lot of people were like, what are the wipes made out of? Are the wipes eco-friendly? Are they biodegradable? And I noticed that majority of those questions, well, most of those questions, anything related to whether the wipe was eco-friendly, whether it was biodegradable, what the wipe was made out of, none of those questions got answered. All the posts, all the questions where it was like, I'm so excited about this, I can't wait to buy it, like I'm so excited to buy it, all those questions got answered, but any related to what the wipes were made out of or having an issue with the fact that they are wipes and wipes aren't eco-friendly and all that jazz didn't really get answered by the brand. So I'm kind of disappointed with that as well. I don't know whether it's intentional because they've seen all these questions and they're like, oh, we actually really didn't think about that. I wonder if it is really his brand or just putting his name and face to something being created by one of the bigger ones. So it's interesting that you say that, Kylie. This brand is backed by, is it Luxury Beauty Brands? I think is the large conglomerate. They're the ones that have like invested in Patrick Starr's brand. I don't know why I keep trying to... They're the ones that have invested in our One Size. They're like the financial backers behind this. So I think it's luxury. I'm sure it's Luxury Beauty Brands or Luxury Designer Brands. One of those big companies. They make, oh gosh, what is it? R&Co hair and something else. I can't quite remember, but I did find the information somewhere, and it is like someone has, put money behind Patrick Starr and he's being the face of it, and they've like provided the financial backing. And like, I have no doubt that he's probably wanted to create a brand for a very long time, and collaborating with a brand like, or getting funding from a brand like Luxury Beauty Brands, it's a good way of doing it because you can get your brand out there quicker, and you can, like, they already have collaborations or stock with Sephora, so it would have been easier for him to get his stock into Sephora's in US by having them as a financial backer. But at the same time, I don't know, how do you guys feel about it? Like, do you respect influencers more when they create a brand with their own financial funding and they do it like from ground up themselves? Or do you think that getting a big financial conglomerate to back you financially to start your brand is a good idea? I don't know. I guess it depends on what the contract says. I guess it depends on how much input he has. I guess it depends on like a lot of different things. Like if he said to them, like, you give me the money, but I have full creative control. I get to do what I want with the brand. These are my ideas, but at the end of the day, like, I want full control. I guess that might be all right. But at the same time, like, if someone's built their brand from ground up, like, you've done a lot more, and I feel like there's more heart in it, and there's more like, soul in the brand if you've actually built it from ground up yourself with your own financial like capital. You were almost going to say, yes, I know. I thought you guys missed that. You are on it, Tarina. I nearly said Jeffree Star for some reason. I honestly thought he was better than that. Yes, I do like Wayne Goss. Yeah, Wayne Goss is one of many that have actually built the brand from ground up. And that's why Wayne Goss, like, his stuff always sells out, because he can only supply a small amount of stock at a time, because he can only buy so much, because that's only so much money that he has. So he would buy a little lot, and then, Beautylish stocks it, sells it, and then give him the money back and he'll buy more stock to provide to Beautylish. So it's definitely a harder way to build up a brand. And I think you can definitely get yourself into a little bit more trouble if you are doing it yourself. Like if somebody tries to, do the dirty on you, than having like a massive brand that backs you. I'm totally okay with them having investors, etc. It just depends on how much they create products that are still aligned to their values. Fenty is part owned by one of the big ones. Yeah, so Fenty is part owned by Kendo. And yeah, it just like, I don't know. I think if he came out with a different product, people wouldn't be like analyzing it as much. I just think like one, it's a disappointing first launch for a brand, and two, it's a disappointing first launch for a brand because of like what the product is. So because that there just doesn't seem to be much thought gone into it, because it's not really aligned with the way the market is going at the moment, especially the like beauty buyers are starting to get a lot younger, and I know a lot of the younger people, their values, like their worldly values and thoughts about the world, are very different to the much older generation. So again, like I don't know whether this is really in line with the way most of his audience think as well. With the way the world is at the moment, it is a safer option to have a backer, especially if supplied to Sephora, etc. Gives him more of a shot. Good on him, I say. Yeah, like he's gone with a good one as well. Like the brand that has. I will say though, in his promo, I got a little bit confused because, like I mentioned last week, I thought for sure that it was Kendo that was backing him, because there was such an emphasis on Sephora in his like promo that I thought for sure it was Kendo that was backing him, but it's not. It's luxury beauty brands. You don't know what else he has in the works for future releases. He might have some amazing things coming. Yeah, and I think for sure he probably does. I just don't know whether this was the best thing to start with. I think that this has got a fair few people like on the back foot, instead of like, launching his brand with something amazing and having everyone like really excited about it. Depending on when he started building his ideas, he could have been perfecting this for months, years, though, back when wipes and sprays were popular. You never know. That's a good point, Stevie. Yeah, like brands take forever to, organize the first launch and everything, like develop the products and all that. So he probably has been working on this for a while. And I'd say because this spray reminds me of like the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, I'd say he probably came up with this idea back when the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist was starting to really gain popularity. And that's probably where he's got the idea from. He's like thought about it and he's gone, you know what, this would be really cool if it was the same kind of mechanism and product, but in a like product that you can remove your makeup with. I don't know. I'm really excited for his brand, and I'm really happy for him that he has started his own brand. I'm just disappointed with the first release. And obviously I won't be buying it as well. And I don't think it's the easiest to get to Australia because it's only stocked in Sephora's in the US at this stage. And I'm not sure how much his website charges for international shipping. But I'm assuming it might not be too expensive, especially if he is backed by that big brand, like the big investor that probably already have like distribution centers already set up, and already have like connections with USPS. So I'm assuming shipping probably won't be too expensive internationally and in America. What else was I going to say? I can't remember. I've lost my train of thought. Moving on from that rant, Colourpop are coming out with the new So Fresh, So Freckled pens. So these are colored pens, like they're essentially like kind of brown colored pens to use to create the fake freckle look. I'm surprised that Colourpop haven't come out with something like this earlier. I thought for sure that this would be like all like in keeping with the Colourpop brand, but they've only just brought it out. They're $8 each. They come in 2 shades, so soft brown and dark brown, and they are available already. They launched on the 16th of July. So if you want to try the freckle craze and you're ordering from Colourpop, they're there if you want it, and you can throw one in your cart. I will say not everyone has like brown freckles. You know, it would have been nice to see some different kind of undertones, but it's there if you want it. Love Colourpop. These I don't get the trend at all. I think this trend is very in keeping with like the natural no makeup look, like that very, you know, what's the word, like festival going, like natural beauty with the freckles and whatnot. Yeah, beautiful. I personally don't really like applying fake freckles, but if somebody has freckles already, I think that they can look absolutely beautiful. One of the girls that went to my makeup school had like her pretty much whole face was, well, a lot on her cheeks and stuff were covered in freckles. So she pretty much would just like apply makeup on her outside and blend it in. And she would always pretty much leave most of her freckles uncovered, and she always looked stunning. I don't understand this trend either. I feel like natural makeup is better than trying to add fake freckles. Yeah, I think if you've got freckles, embrace it. But adding freckles, I think sometimes it can look a little bit weird. And it depends on what color you use as well. Like if you're using like a really dark color, I think it can look really fake. But if you're using like a color that's very similar or quite natural to what your natural freckle would already look like, then it works. But if you're just, you know, grabbing a black eyebrow pen or like a really dark brown eyebrow pen and then adding it, I don't think it works. Okay, I'm going to skip over this one from Dose of Colors because once again, there's photos and swatches on the Trend Mood page. So we're going to jump on over there when we finish with this stuff. So this is the new palette from Glamlight. This is the Donut palette. So we have a very bright, like blue, purple based palette. I will say some of these swatches look like they might be swatched wet. I do like this color story. I'm not a big fan of the really chunky packaging, but I like the color story. It looks quite nice. Some of these colors look like they might be a little bit chalky, but I think it's an all right palette color-wise. Glazed. Oh, okay. That's pretty smart. They've called the highlighter glazed, which is pretty funny. This is $22 US. It is available 8 a.m. PST on the 19th. So in a couple of hours time, this will be available. If you want to get it, you can get it from Glamlight. I think Glamlight is stocked at I think Glamlight is stocked at Glam Raider, I think that's where it is. Talia says, I'm naturally freckled, so I put them back on when I'm done with my base. Yeah, that's a good way of doing it as well, Talia. I just find sometimes people, like, they use the wrong color, and I think that's why, I think the look where people use the wrong color turns people off the freckle look. But I think if you already have freckles, like, they can look absolutely beautiful. A bit too bright for me. I'm embracing my inner Charlotte Tilbury these days. Yeah, you sure are. Discount Beauty Boutique. Oh, okay, they have them too. There's so many bright blues, and these palettes are so bulky. I just cover mine. Yes, that is another thing about Glam Raider that not Glam Raider, Glamlight that I will say. I don't like the really bulky packaging. So they're too big in size-wise, but then they're bulky as well. Like, they've got the 3D kind of top on them. And then I feel like there's lots of empty space. Like, the way they design, the way the palettes are laid out, sometimes there's lots of empty space, and that drives me mental. Like, if this all got kind of like smushed up or moved out a little bit, they could have almost gotten a whole nother row of eyeshadows in here. Alrighty, we have some new products from M Cosmetics. M Cosmetics is coming out with the new releases lately, but these are the Soft Blur Velvet Lip Liners. So we have 5 new shades in these. Most of them are like brownie nudes, and then we have like this one pinky kind of color. These are more of a really soft, blurred kind of effect. These are not going to give you a really crisp line. They're going to give you a really blurred, almost like barely there kind of look around your lips. So if you have if any of you have a faded lip line, if you don't have like a really pronounced, prominent lip line, if you have a faded lip line, it's just kind of going to add to that effect, or it might, change the color of your faded lip line. They look really nice. I will say, these are already available. They have lots of, where is that photo? I'm sure there was a photo of, is it this one? I'm sure there's a photo with them swatched on an arm, or maybe I saw it in stories or something. This might show you a little bit of, that didn't really show you anything, but you can see it's more of like a really soft color. It's not a super pigmented lip liner. It's a very soft, muted liner color. So if you want something that's really prominent, if you want a really crisp line, these are not going to give it to you. But they look really nice, and the formula sounds really nice. So they have Sacha Inchi oil, squalene, or squalene, shea nut oil, and vitamin E. Also have bisabolol to help provide antioxidant defense and ease inflammation. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah, I like these. I think that they're all right, but as I said, if you want that crisp line, this is definitely not the collection for you, but they look really nice. And I'm excited to see some more colors come out, because the colors at the moment look quite similar to each other. They're all quite a brownie type nude. There's only one that's really like a pinky nude. So I'm interested to see them expand the color range in that. Now, we've already spoken about the Caliente palette by Artist Couture, but this week we have some swatches. Here's some swatches of this palette. This palette reminds me of, what palette was that? Is it I think it was the Lemonade palette by Maybelline, but also the, which palette was it? The one from Viseart in the yellow packaging. I can't remember what it was called, but this palette reminds me of that. Well, this color story reminds me of those two palettes. So swatched, it looks really nice, but I still am not interested in this palette. Too many yellows and reds for my liking. I already have them in my collection. And then this red color, I will say this red looks beautiful on the lips. I feel like it looks different in the swatches. I don't know. This looks really beautiful, poppy, pigmented. And then these look a little bit muted. So I don't know what's going on here. I feel like these are two different colors. I wonder if they are similar to the ColourPop Ultra Blotted Lip. That's a good question. I'm not quite sure. I have never tried the Ultra Blotted Lip, so I wouldn't be able to comment. Oh yes, I think it's the, is it the Viseart Petite Soleil? I think that might be it. It's the one that had the yellow in it, and I think it had a purple in it. But yes, I think that's the name of it. And then we've already spoken about everything else. So I just wanted to show you the swatches of the Caliente palette, so you guys could see, because we only had photos last week. Next, we have another new collection or collaboration from Ciate London. This is a collaboration with Smiley World. This is a bit of a weird collaboration, but anyway, we're going to talk about it nonetheless. And I will say this one will probably be coming out at Mecca soon, I'm assuming, because usually by the time Ciate post or advertise their collections on social media, usually that they're either already at Mecca or they're not far off Mecca. Anyway, we have a eyeshadow palette here with 4 eyeshadows in it. I like the compact, but I hate the colors inside. Then we have these lipsticks, and I really like this nudie color. I hate this marketing photo. I don't know, when I see this, I'm like, oh, why are you eating lipstick? It's so unnatural. And then this one is like a fire engine red. And then we have a lip balm, and we have some colored mascaras, which is cool. Then we have some energy boost eye patches, and wait for it. Wait for it. We have some stickers. So these are stick-on nail stickers, but as you can see, they've used them on her face, which, I don't know, like, in one aspect, I'm like, why did you put them on your face? But on the other hand, I'm like, all right, yeah, I can get behind that. I don't mind this photo, but it's a bit weird, but at the same time, I kind of like it. But it's still weird, but I like it. I don't know. And as you can see here, this girl has freckles all over her face, and she looks beautiful. She looks absolutely beautiful. And then the colored mascaras, these colored mascaras are £16 each. So for a colored mascara, I feel like this is really expensive, especially when you can buy colored mascaras from ColourPop for like $5-6 US. I really don't want to look at this, but you can see there's like the little smiley face imprint on the bullet, which is hella cool. Those photos are uncomfortable. Yes, they really are, aren't they? Anytime a brand does something like this, and the poor girl, she would have had to go wash her teeth straight after. That would have been such a hard photo to make as well, like, because she's holding it in her teeth, but she can't bite down on it, and she's got to keep her mouth open and make her lips like in a weird shape. Like, it would have been an uncomfortable photo for the model to take, because she's got to not press too hard on her teeth and press down on this lipstick and keep the lipstick in the shape, but she's also got to keep her mouth open and her lips in a weird shape. I bet you're all trying to do that at home right now, aren't you? That top lip is lovely. This is just weird. Ciate burnt me with the Jessica Rabbit collection. I can't bring myself to even consider anything they release now. Yeah, that collection was a massive bomb. Absolute bomb. I nearly brought the palette where it had I forget which one it was. I think it was the Christmas palette last year or the year before. The one where it had the glitter in it that it floated around in the front palette. I don't remember which one that was. I think it was Christmas just gone. I nearly brought that one, but I didn't end up buying it. I have the Ciate liquid lipsticks. I really like them. And I think that's all I have from Ciate. Oh, too funny. Okay. A new launch from Too Faced. This is the Born This Way Matte 24-Hour Foundation. It's a life-proof foundation that controls oil and keeps you looking flawless for up to 24 hours. Yes, that's it, Carolyn. The Glitter Storm palette. I have it. It's beautiful. Oh, don't tell me that. I swatched that palette like 5 or 6 times, and every time I was like, I don't need it. Walk away. Walk away. I think because I've already reached my quota, like I was already way over budget that year. So I was like, just walk away. You have to walk away. So this is the Too Faced Born This Way matte. So yeah, I guess if you ever wanted the Born This Way, but in a matte version, now it's here. This is supposed to be matte, not flat, available in 35 shades, virtually weightless, oil-free and oil-controlling, transfer-resistant, waterproof, non-acnegenic, fragrance-free, medium to buildable coverage, infused with coconut water, hyaluronic acid, and alpine rose. That's a lot. What else is it going to say? Reveal the all-day shine-free look, naturally flawless skin. Yeah, so if you found the Born This Way normal foundation too dewy for you, give this one a shot. I've heard people really like the Too Faced Born This Way. I personally haven't tried it yet. It's on my list of foundations to try. But yeah, I guess I might give this one a try. Get a little sample of it when I'm at Mecca next, or whenever it's available. When is this available? Launching the 24th of July. So this probably won't come to Australia until this time next year. Who knows when this will come to Australia, but normally we're way behind. Now, I don't mind the Born This Way, but I much prefer the Peach Perfect Foundation, which is a comfortable matte. Okay. Is that the Peach Perfect is the one in the like squeezy pump tube, isn't it? I think that's the one that one of my friends really liked, but she always struggled to find her shade because she found that it oxidized on her. So she struggled to get it, like get the right shade. But I do want to try both. I really want to try both, but I haven't. But I would definitely get a sample before I actually just brought it. Okay, let's jump on over to Trend Mood. Okay. Just gotta scroll down and figure out where we're up to on here. Okay, I really want to talk about this because I saw this photo and I was like, what is that? What is that on her face? This photo does not make this product look appealing. I'm going to say it. This looks like snot on her face. It looks like she blew her nose and she didn't wipe it all off her face. I know that's disgusting. I know that's absolutely disgusting, but that's all I could think of when I saw this photo. I saw it like in this smaller image and I was like, what on earth is on her face? And then I went through it. It turns out it's advertising a clarifying oil-free water gel. I don't know why we have a photo like this when you usually apply your moisturizer under your foundation, not over your full face of makeup. So I'm not quite sure what this is advertising. But yeah, it's a water gel. It's like a moisturizer. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know why this photo is here. It just looks ridiculous. It looks absolutely ridiculous. This is $44 as well. I would have much preferred like a really beautiful bare face of skin, like bare face, and her like with a chunk of this, like just starting to wipe it on her face. Like that would have been so much more beautiful than this. Like, it just turns me off the product. I really like the Peach foundation too, and it did oxidize. I had to get a new shade, which was annoying. Yeah, that's what my friend found. She brought a shade and then she started using it at home and was like, damn, this oxidizes a lot. I'm in porcelain and I'm a really light medium. Yes, the shade range wasn't as large as the Born This Way. Yeah, which is disappointing. It looks weird. Yeah, hopefully it's cheaper than their other water gel, $95 for the nutrient charged water gel. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. This is $44 US, so it's probably going to be nearly the same price as their other one. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say about that. Just wanted to gross you guys out for a little bit. Let me see, because I think there's more photos of this up here. Yeah, we'll talk about Fenty further up. Dose of Colors. Now, these are the two new palettes from Dose of Colors. This is the Smoky Soiree and the Cutting Edge palette. I will say one thing about these palettes. I hate the new packaging. I much prefer the old packaging. I don't know whether we can find it, but I don't like this new packaging. I think it cheapens the brand. And that's just my personal opinion. If you guys like it, that's all you. But for me, I don't like this new packaging. Do we have any swatches? Here we go. Okie dokie. So we have the Smoky Soiree palette, Rule Breaker, and Top It Off. So that's those two there. So it's like a gold and a khaki, sparkly khaki kind of color. Let me see if I can find a photo of. Yeah, I just much prefer the. Stevie's saying that I think the new. I was just thinking that I love the new packaging. I just prefer like the metallic packaging. I don't know what it is, but I just think I prefer the. I'm not going to be able to find it now. You watch. Is that, these are it? I think. No, that's the new packaging. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to find it now. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. The old packaging used to be like a kind of like a metallic packaging, whereas now it's like this soft matte. Is that, no. Show me your packaging. When we're getting nowhere fast. No. No, no. Anyway, we're getting nowhere fast. I can't find it. But it used to be like a metallic like packaging. And now it's like this matte, soft matte, millennial type, matte colors. Yeah, I just prefer the old one. That's just me. Here's the look with the cutting edge palette. It's like these really nice khaki type colors. Beautiful. And is there a look with the other one? Here's the look with the Smoky Soiree. I like the name of the palettes. I'll say that. I like the name of the palettes, but yeah, not a fan of the new packaging. Soft matte packaging looks nice for a while, but then it gets stained with fingerprints fast. Yeah, that's true. And if it is that soft matte feeling as well, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like they get really grimy after a while. Like my NARS packaging is disgusting. Like after a while, it just seems to get almost like sticky and really gross, and it just doesn't have a nice feeling to it. Maybe that's just mine, but I feel like that's all my like soft matte packaging from NARS has just gone gross. And it's hard to clean if it is that matte texture. All right. You want to talk about another cleanser? Okay. Tatcha have come out with the rice wash. This is so for centuries, Japanese women have rinsed the delicate grains of rice in preparation for cooking and have repurposed their leftover milky water within their beauty rituals. I know that might be the case, but to me, that sounds really gross. Known as the first wash of rice, this nutrient-rich byproduct serves as a vital source of vitamins A, B2, B12, and E, as well as moisturizing proteins that soften and boost the luminosity of hair and skin. pH neutral amino acid base, purifying daily cream cleanser transforms into a gentle foam that washes away impurities without stripping the skin. I like the sound of that. I love when it's not going to strip the skin. I hate that super tight feeling that you get from some cleansers, and especially like some clay masks, that really like tight, stretched, almost like sunburnt skin feeling on your skin. I hate that feeling. Japanese rice powder naturally softens and boosts the skin's luminosity while moisture binding Okinawa red algae and ceramide replenishing Japanese brown algae are paired with hyaluronic acid and Hada C3 to replenish essential moisture. They are just trying to stump me, aren't they, with all their technical ingredient names. Skin is left feeling softer, suppler, and imparted with long-lasting hydration. This is $35 for 4 fluid ounces, so it's going to be like $70 in Australia. Why is this best combination to use it with the rice polish? Okay, so it's just saying essentially buy more of our products. It only works well if you use it in collaboration with the other Tatcha products. That's what they're saying. It's a cleanser. I'm not prepared to pay Tatcha prices for a cleanser. You guys know that I am super cheap when it comes to cleanser. If I was going to buy something from Tatcha, it's going to be something like the rice polish or the lip balm. I don't need that lip balm, but God, it looks good. If I'm going to buy something from Tatcha, it's going to be the more effective type products, like I said, like the rice powder, like the exfoliating rice powder, any of their serum type products. I'm going to spend more money in that realm of things from Tatcha than spending this kind of money on a cleanser. Rice water. Yeah, it doesn't sound appealing, doesn't it? Like, does it? Like they're making it. They're trying to make it sound like, ooh, like for centuries this has been done in Japan and blah 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 blah. But then for me, I'm just like, ew, gross. It sounds nice. I wish I had the dollars to buy a full range of Tatcha. I think it works best as a system rather than one product here and there like I normally try. Yeah, I think that's like any kind of skincare brand. Like they are designed to work in collaboration with each other. So if you do have the money to spend on buying the whole range, like I would recommend that. But at the same time, it's just a cleanser. Like, you know what I mean? The Violet Radiance Mask. I just rolled the Violet Radiant Mask into one of my projects. So I'm going to give that a try over the next month and see if I like it, but I am keen. It smells nice. One thing I will say about Tatcha, some of their products I find are a little bit overpowering with the scent. I feel like they could just tone it back a little bit with the scent, but it is very like Tatcha, like the scent. You smell the scent of Tatcha products and you're like, yes, this is a Tatcha product because it's very, it's not a unique scent, but it's very on brand with the Tatcha branding. But I just wish that, they could just dial it back just a little bit. Okay. Get ready for rant number 2 for the day. This is the Bohemian Renaissance collection from Stila. So we have the Kaleidoscope eyeshadow. That's this one up here. This is inspired by the Kitten eyeshadow. Plumping lip glaze, which is this one here. We have a buttload of colors in here. We have the Trifecta Metallic Lip, Eye, and Cheek Stick, which is this one here, $26 in a number of shades again. Semi-gloss lip and eye paint. Is that this one? What? Lip and eye paint. Must be this one. Then we have the Micro Tip Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. That's this one here in 2 colors. One Step Correct Eye Correcting and Brightening Serum, which I think is this one here. And then we have the One Step Correct Kitten Skin Tone Correcting and Brightening Primer. Right. So you guys know how I feel about NARS Orgasm. Hate the name. they're beating a dead horse and they just need to get over it. Kitten is the orgasm for Steeler. Like, Kitten is Steeler's version of Na's orgasm. Like, they just need to get over it. Everything that Steeler comes out with, like, has to have a kitten form of it. Like, they just need to move on. Like, just move on, let it go, find something new. Like, just stop beating the dead horse. Like, it's over. Just move on from it. We don't need every single product in your range in the one color. Anyway, so the eyeshadow, so we only have one eyeshadow, which I also think is a little bit weird. Like, you're coming out with a whole collection, but it's just got one single eyeshadow pan. A little bit weird. This is supposed to be finely milled light reflecting pigments, deliver a multitude of prismatic color and dimension. Is this the plumping lip glaze? Okay, so this is a plumping lip glaze. Got it all the wrong way around. Every time, I just want to let you guys know, every time that we talk about like Na's orgasm, it's hilarious because YouTube like hold your comments for me to review them, because it's like, oh, you're talking about scandalous stuff. So if you don't see your comments pop up while we're talking about this, it's because I've got to approve them, because YouTube thinks that you are, you know, talking about expletives. Wait, where do we get up to? I've got a number of samples of the mask. I don't like too strong scents in skincare. Yeah, I'm the same as you, Tarina. I find sometimes with skincare, if the scent is too strong, I'm like, oh, should I really be putting it on my face? Especially because I know like a lot of artificial scents in skincare, and even some essential oils are not good for the skin. So when it's like over scented, you're like, oh, I really shouldn't be putting this on my skin. And the Silk Canvas in the liquid form is a lovely primer. I have the Silk Canvas in the putty form, and I've used it a little bit, but not a whole heap. So I can't really comment, but I have heard that the liquid form is supposed to be way better than the putty form. Na's orgasm equals Steeler Kitten equals Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. Yes, you hit the nail on the head right there. Nail on the head. I love Charlotte Tilbury, but they have done the same thing to Pillow Talk. Yeah, like they're like, oh, people like this. Let's bring out every single thing in the same color. Stevie says pretty color though. Yeah, they are pretty colors, but you know, I don't think we need. I'd like some, you know, differentiation in the colors in my makeup, not everything on my face. If you want to do like a monochromatic look, they're great ways to do it, because you can get every single thing that you're going to put on your face in the same color story. So we have the plumping lip glaze, and once again, I believe that these are the click up pens, and they are the horrible brush tip applicators. So I really don't like products like this with these brush tips. And once again, I'm a notorious over clicker with products like this. So this would become a hot mess, and the cap and the tube, and this would go everywhere. Like my bag would just be covered in lip gloss because I would click it too much. This is coming out in 6 different shades. So it's got a tiny tingle that gently plumps and hydrates the lips. So as I always say with plumping lip products, if you have any sensitivities to any of the products that they generally put in plumping products, so anything like peppermint, I think they usually use like turmeric and different things like that in plumping products. You can Google it to find out all the ingredients that they generally put in plumping products. But if you have any kind of sensitivities to any of that, I would avoid this. It says with a refreshing mint flavor, so I would imagine that for this product, it is probably mint that they're using for the plumping aspect. Then we have the Trifecta Metallica Lip, Eye, and Cheek Stick. If you're using this on your cheeks, your lips, and your eyes, I feel like you're going to go through it very, very quickly. Like if you're using this as, say, a blush, for example, I think you're going to go through it pretty quickly. shimmery stick that delivers a stunning gleam to your lips, eyes, and cheeks. Built-in sharpener. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I wouldn't really wear any of these on my cheeks or my lips. Maybe kitten. That's probably the only one that I would wear. To wear these on your lips and cheeks, it would just depend on the formula. Like if you're wearing this on your lips and it's not like a nice, comfortable, creamy formula, it might, make your lips really dry or feel really dry. If the glitter in it's really chunky, you might not like that feeling on the lips. And on your cheeks, I don't think any of these colors are going to work on most people's cheeks. I don't know why they're advertising that. Like I definitely wouldn't put the amethyst one on my cheeks. But anyway, these are $26 each. So they're pretty on par in Australia with the pricing of the other kind of stick products. So the stick products from By Terry, stick products from Laura Mercier, they're all about, I think they're like $50 or $60 each. So I am not sure what the go is. Wait, I'm answering someone's question. Yeah, so that is that. They're pretty standard colors as well. Probably like this reddy color here is a more unique color that I haven't really seen in the other stick type products, but everything else you can get in many other different stick type products. Then we have the semi-gloss lip and eye paint. What? I'm so confused by this. I think that's these ones. Must be these ones. High pigment semi-gloss for lips and eyes. Now, we were talking about gloss on the eyes before. You're going to hate this. You're going to hate this if you're wearing this on your eyes. Gloss on the eyes looks beautiful, looks stunning, looks amazing, looks fabulous in photos. But in practice, it creases really easily, really quickly. You get like your lid sticking to like the top of your eyes. You get lots of transfer because it's a cream product. Like it's a really like wet type formula. And it just moves, migrates really easily. It creases like crazy. Like in photos, if you want to do like a gloss eye, you have to tap it out pretty much between each photo because it creases super easy and it moves, or you pretty much have to like have the model like close their eyes or look down when they're getting their photo taken because gloss on the eyes is so hard to work with. So I wouldn't put these on the eyes. There's no way that this would work on the eyes. In practice, like I said, it just isn't going to work. This is just a lip gloss. It's just a lip gloss. Then we have the Micro Tip Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner in Intense Black and Dark Brown. Now, I will say Stila should have come out with this years and years ago. I do find sometimes with their normal Stay All Day, the tip isn't as fine as I would like. So it's good to see that they're coming out with one with a super fine tip. Then we have the One Step Correct Eye Correcting and Brightening Serum. It's a lot of repetitive words. This is supposed to erase dark circles, brighten and hydrate the delicate eye area. So I'm not sure if they're advertising this as like an eye serum cream type product or whether they're advertising this as like an eyeshadow base. But I can't quite figure out which one it is. And then we have the One Step Correct Kitten Skin Tone Correcting and Brightening Primer. I think this one is the kitten one because it looks like the one that they already have in their range. So I think that, I don't know. And then this one here is, I think that this one is the eye corrector, and which kind of makes sense because it's got more of those salmony tones in there to erase the dark circles. I swear that they've already got this. Maybe they've changed maybe they've changed the formula on it, but this is already a product in their range, I swear. They might have changed one of the tones to the kitten to be more of like illuminating. I don't think I want a metallic blush. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the super chat. I've been trying all week to join the channel. I think it's something to do with my account maybe. Oh, you can't join either, Stevie. Oh, that sucks. I don't know what's going on. When you guys click the $sign that's next to your chat box, does it have the option to join in any of those drop-down features? If not, let me see. I might be able to get you a link right now and put it in the chat. Maybe that'll work. I don't know why you guys can't join. I'm so sorry if you want to join and you can't. I'm not quite sure. Like I said, I've only just recently enabled the join feature, so I'm not quite sure like what the go is or why it wouldn't be working. I might have to send YouTube a message and be like, yo, what the hell's going on? Because that's annoying. Sorry, I'm just on my back office on YouTube, just seeing if I can get a link for you guys, and you might be able to just click straight over to it. All right. Copy that. Did that just copy? I think. It says you need to update. That's so weird. I don't know what's going on there. I can see the join feature, but are you on a, Stevie, are you on like a mobile device? Maybe it's something to do with you need to like update your app. I just put a link in the chat for anyone that wants to join the membership and is having trouble. If it doesn't work, I'm not quite sure what's going on, but hopefully it does work. Because if you guys are wanting to join and you can't, I'm really sorry. That sucks. Hopefully that works. That takes you over to my channel page. So hopefully that works. If not, let me know and I will have a chat to YouTube and see what the hell is going on. Okay, let's get back to the regular scheduled programming. What? That is so weird. It won't let me update any further. I have the latest. Oh my God, I don't know what's going on then. I'll send an email to YouTube and see what the hell's going on. That's annoying. Or maybe, I don't know whether you can jump on a different device, Stevie, and maybe you could do it that way. I don't know. YouTube is just hating on your device at the moment. Okay, new products from Sigma brushes. So this is the soft blend brush set. This is $95 and it comes with 6 brushes. So we have some eye brushes, we have some prime, concealer or highlighter brushes, some more concealer brushes, sweeping off bake. You can do that with any brush, by the way. You don't need a special brush to do that. Apply powder, blow highlight or contour. Yeah, lots of different brushes. I wonder what inspired by soft artistic brushes used to do light blended washes of color, allow soft application and ultimately a high definition blended look. They sound really nice. Sometimes I find with some of the Sigma brushes, I'm just speculating here, the brushes that I have that look similar to these bristles, sometimes I find they can get a little bit scratchy. I don't know whether this might be the same hair that I have on those ones. My brushes might be getting old. You know, some of the brushes that I generally, on a whole, look after my brushes, but the ones that I don't really like or don't use all that often, I don't really look after them all that well. But yeah, they look nice. And I always say about Sigma brushes, I like Sigma brushes. The Sigma brushes that I have in my collection that I still use, I've had them for like 9 years, like 8 or 9 years, and they're still going strong. Like, you just need to look after them, make sure the water doesn't get in the ferrule, and you'll be sweet. Like, they'll last you forever, which is why I don't mind spending more than the average person should on makeup brushes, because they last for me. So Fenty Beauty are coming out with a skincare range, so it's going to be called Fenty Skin. We have the Total Cleanser, the Fat Water Toner, and the Day Cream with SPF. Not much information about any of this as yet. Actually, let's jump on over to the Instagram page and see if we do have. No, that was a fail. I don't know what something about this Fat Water Toner just rubs me the wrong way. I don't know why. I guess, why are you calling it a Fat Water Toner? What's it supposed to do? I don't really like the name, and I don't think it really ties in very well with the other products. To me, if you're going to label something like Fat Water Toner, I feel like the other products in the range should have a name in keeping with it. What that name would be, I have no idea. But the Fat Water Toner, it just jumps out at me. And I'm just like, why are we calling this a Fat Water Toner? And then we have Total Cleanse and Day Cream with SPF. And I'm wondering how much SPF is in this. For those of us in Australia, you guys know that the SPF rules in Australia are extremely strict, because, we have the sun that is like 2 feet away from Australia. So our SPF rules are extremely strict. So I would imagine that this in Australia probably wouldn't even get an SPF rating. That's just my guess. Most SPF products in America that are classed as like an SPF 15 or 30, when they are brought to Australia, they're not even allowed to say that they have an SPF rating, because they don't comply with our SPF requirements, which I really do appreciate about SPFs in Australia, the fact that our rules are so strict, because I am as pale as a sheet of paper and I burn and look like a lobster within about 5 minutes of being outside. So I do really appreciate our rules being super strict when it comes to SPF, because I know that our SPFs that they sell here are, higher rated because of our rules. So this probably won't have an SPF rating in Australia. This tube here reminds me of the blotting papers that Fenty have. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work. It looks like it has this component, like a component that comes off at the bottom. If this is like a refillable tube, oh my gosh, that would be amazing, because it looks like this bottom component here might screw off or come off somehow. If they're planning on having like some kind of refillable aspect of this, that would be amazing. But we don't know that yet. That would be fantastic. You guys know I like applaud brands that have like refillable products. So if Fenty came out with something like that, that would be so good. So good. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see to hear more about that. Okay. e.l.f. Cosmetics are coming out with some new products. These are the bite-size face duos, and these are only $3 each. So they're going to be the same price as their eyeshadow palettes. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, in the comments, I think they're about $7 Australian, which is amazing. And these will be the same price. They actually look quite good. Some of these blushes look beautiful. If I ever do, what was I going to say? If I ever do buy anything from e.l.f., which I'm thinking about it, I will pick one of these up, maybe one or two. These look really good. Then we have the facial oil mist. I guess I guess maybe. So we have energize, restore, loving, calming, soothing, and balancing. These remind me of the MAC ones that are coming out soon. You know, the ones that we were talking about a couple of weeks ago that I was like, I want every single one. These remind me of them, but they're probably, how much are these? These are like $5, and the MAC ones are, these are like $5, so maybe like $10 Australian, and the MAC ones are going to be like $35 for a mini. But we have, so restoring is infused with aloe vera, known to calm, while rose oil aroma enhances relaxation of the mind. Then we have balancing, which has green tea extract in it and geranium oil aroma. Then we have the soothing, which has neroli oil and orange blossom extract. Oh, I love the smell of orange blossom. Then we have calming, which is infused with lavender oil and golden chamomile extract. Energizing has white tea and citrus oil. I love citrus scents. Love them. And loving has Cananga odorata flower oil. I've never heard of that flower before. And ylang-ylang is the scent. If you guys have any sensitivities to any kind of essential oils or anything like that, I'd steer clear of these because they all have some form of essential oil in them to scent them. And once again, like any of the other key ingredients. So I don't know whether I would, what? Oh, these are the blushes. I forgot we spoke about blushes. I thought that it was showing the spray on the arm. I was like, what are you showing? Yeah, the facial mists, they sound like they smell amazing, but at the same time, I think I will steer clear of them because some of them have lots of oils in it by the looks of it. But if you do want like a scented facial mist, these would be a much better option than the MAC ones. Well, price-wise, they would be a better option than the MAC ones. But if you are spraying this like anywhere and you're being like very liberal with it, be careful of the floor, especially if you're spraying this in the bathroom on your face and the oils are getting on the floor. Please be very careful because you'll probably slip over. So be very careful if you're spraying this liberally anywhere where there's like wooden floorboards or tiles. Like I do not want you to slip over and hurt yourself because of your face mist. Oh, you figured it out. Yay. Welcome to the beauty crew. Oh my gosh. So exciting. So exciting. Elf never interested me, but those look good. Yeah, sometimes Elf blushes can be a little bit powdery, but they don't look too bad. For those of you that don't know, Desi Perkins is coming out with her own makeup brand called Desi. The Perkins brand. Okay. It looks like it might be, speculating here, maybe. Do you reckon it might be maybe like a cream blush? Because I don't know. I reckon it might be maybe like a cream blush or maybe like a facial mist. She's looking very glowy and juicy and beautiful. Desi Perkins is stunning. Like she is beautiful in every way. But it looks like we're kind of like having an emphasis on, you know, clean skin. Looks like she has a little bit of rouge. Kylie, get out. Or wipes, Kylie says. God help us if it's wipes. I don't think that she would come out with wipes because I know that, you know, I feel like she's a little bit more. No, you crack me up. I don't think that she would come out with wipes because I know she has her own garden and she's very like, you know, in touch with nature, and her and her husband have their big garden in their backyard and she's always out there. And I feel like she's a little bit more like eco-friendly-ish, like trying to be at least. So I don't think that she would come out with wipes. I haven't watched much of her for a very long time, but I do always enjoy her videos when I do watch them. Nabla are coming out with a new body glow in 2 different shades. So this is an illuminating body oil gel for a soft and luminous skin with a glossy effect. The transparent base emphasizes the natural tones of your skin, allowing universal use of both colors. Formula blends easily into your skin. It's vegan and cruelty-free. I'm really intrigued by this. And then you can get this kabuki brush. They look really chunky, like really glittery chunky. I'm intrigued by this transparent formula to, you know, all that jazz. It does make the skin look beautiful. Definitely makes the skin look beautiful. The one thing I will say about products like this is that they need to dry down, especially if you are going to like put this all over your décolletage and on your legs and look glorious, and then you put your clothes on and it rubs off. It's got to dry down. It's got to dry down. Like if you put this all over your body and then you wear, for example, like a white dress and it wears off, oh my gosh, that white dress would be a nightmare to clean. But if it dries down and it's not sticky or tacky or transfer the glitter or anything, this would be a really good product. I know I've heard people, I think it was the Becca one, and they said that it transferred everywhere. Like it went everywhere like crazy. So these kind of products really need to dry down for them to be effective. And I'm really intrigued by this transparent base that's supposed to emphasize the natural tone of your skin. I don't know whether I want to emphasize white. Like if I'm already white, almost translucent, I don't really want to emphasize that. But they do look quite chunky, don't they? They almost look like a sugar body scrub in this photo. But they look beautiful in the bottle and in the photos. But this swatch doesn't make it look appealing. Okay. We're almost done for the day. We just need to talk about indie makeup. From memory, there wasn't that much to talk about. Touch wood. Yes, there's not that much to talk about. Okay. What is with every brand bringing out a cake-inspired palette? Like, there's more things in the world than just cake. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love a good cake, but bring out something different. So this is the new cake palette from Lunar Skies Cosmetics. So unlike the other one, they, Glamlight had the shaped palette. This is just a square, which I like. I can get behind that. I will say some of these colors, like these 2 middle rows here, some of the colors look quite similar to each other, but I kind of like the layout. Like we've got this metallic row here, we've got the deeper mattes, and then we get down to lighter, more like pastel colored mattes. This is just me. I'm very nitpicky today, aren't I? I would like to see the shimmer row up the top. I don't know. I don't really like it being at the bottom. Like I would really like to see more of a gradient. That's just me being super duper nitpicky. But I don't mind this. I don't mind it. It would just depend on how the formula is, whether these like pastel-y colors are super chalky or whether they're actually a really nice formula. Pastels traditionally are quite hard to formulate them to be like a nice formula. They traditionally are quite chalky. They can be really hard to formulate. And then, yeah, let's see. I wonder if there's any swatches. You guys know how much I love a good swatch. Is that it? No, that's not it. No. No swatches. Sorry. Not yet. I'd love to try the blushes. Is that the Nabla blushes? Are you talking about the gelée blushes that they have? I've heard that they are beautiful. Very pretty, not for me, but how would these pastels look on the eye? Are there any model pics? Let's have a look. I don't think, no, there's nothing just yet. It looks like they've only just announced the palette. Oh, here's a better photo of the palette. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like all these. Wait. Oh, okay. I thought I lost my mind there for a second. This sample has all the shade names as the same, and I was like, what are you doing? But it says ignore the shade names because it's the samples, and they've just written. Oh, the e.l.f. blushes. Yes, they do look nice, don't they? The e.l.f. blushes. I thought you were talking about the Nabla gelée ones. The Nabla gelée ones look really good too. I think Hayley and Kat got a whole heap of the Nabla gelée ones, and I think Alice from Alice's Beauty Madness tried the gelée ones too, and she really liked them. But the e.l.f. ones, getting back to the e.l.f. ones, they look really good too. Yeah, some of these colors, like these yellows look quite similar to each other. These oranges look quite similar. These purples, like some of them look very similar to each other, but we don't have any photos as yet on the skin or any swatches, any looks or anything like that yet, unfortunately. Okay. We've already spoken about all that. We have some new stuff, and I just wish brands would stop doing this. This is a collaboration between Sugary Cosmetics and I think it's Mary Gia Coman. I think she's a Latina influencer. She's come out with the movie Nights collection. So we have this pop color palette. This one, Pop Color Palette, which is an eyeshadow palette. The Ticket Face Duo. We have the Soda Highlight Palette, which is this one here. The Nacho Brushes, this one here. The Clapper Lipstick. The Candy Puffs Sponges. And the lipsticks are here, the Clapper lipsticks. This one looks nice, but it looks like they've definitely used a different color lip liner, and I don't appreciate that when you're showing swatches of things to market it. I think you should use the product in its like natural state. Like you shouldn't try and make it look better by putting a different color lip liner on or ombreing the lip or anything like that. That's, to me, is not really showcasing the product. You should just be using the product by itself. These look like a different formula, I think, but they appear to be the same. Oh, okay. So we've got the velvety lipstick, which is Red Carpet, and the matte lipstick, which is Drama. This looks more of a glossy lip than a velvety lip to me. Just me. And then I hate this stuff. It looks like it's a really cute collection, but I just don't like this novelty packaging stuff. It's just too bulky. It's awkward to store. It's not for me. It's not for me at all. The novelty type packaging some brands do really turns me off wanting to try them. Yeah, I'm the same. Like I think out of everything, I really like this face palette because it is novelty, but it's still kind of compact and easier to store. Whereas things like this, where we've got this massive straw sticking out the top, I would probably try and cut the straw off because it would drive me mental trying to store it. And then this one here, like it's just going to be awkward to try and store. It's going to be annoying. I'm going to hate having the palette in my collection more than I'm going to enjoy having the palette in my collection. Like every time I would try and, rearrange my collection or try and fit it in the drawer, I would be cursing this palette, like left, right, and center. I'd be like, why did I buy this? We have some new iridescent chameleons from Terra Moon. These look beautiful. I'm really tempted to buy some of these iridescent chameleons from Terra Moon. I just need to tell you guys a story. So for any of you that watched my palette tag video, I complained about the Amy Loves Makeup and Amy Hearts Makeup palette that I brought because it's not the best. In that order, I brought some of the iridescent chameleons from Amy Loves Makeup. I was really excited about them. I brought the set of, I think it's 5 or 6. I got a double up of one of them in that set. So I emailed the brand saying, hey, I got 2 of the one color and I didn't get one of the other ones. Never heard from them. Emailed them again. Never heard from them. Emailed them again. Still didn't hear from them. Commented on some of their posts. Didn't get a response. And then I was like, well, stuff it. Like, this is ridiculous. Lodged a PayPal dispute just for the price of the shadow. Like, I worked out how much the shadow would have been. And because they could prove that they had shipped the parcel, I couldn't get a refund for the shade that I was missing. So I was really ticked off because like they didn't communicate with me at all, even though I attempted multiple times over a number of months. So I have those in my collection, and every time I use them, like I just get annoyed because I'm like, this was a horrible experience. And I know a lot of people have had bad experiences with that brand too. So every time I use them, I'm like, this was a horrible experience. Like having these in my collection, I don't like. And I have them in an empty magnetic palette. Every time I open that magnetic palette, I feel like more of the shadows fall out because they're quite loosely packed into the pan. And just having the palette stored on the side, the shadow in the pan starts to like fall out. So every time I open that palette, I have to like press it back into the pan. And then if I bump it, like yesterday, I put some on my inner corner and I accidentally bumped one of the other shadows and like this chunk of eyeshadow fell out. It's an absolute messed up palette. So needless to say, I'm still on the hunt for some good iridescent chameleons that I can use on my inner corner because I love having like a colored highlight on my inner corner. Ones that are actually good from a brand that's actually good that I would recommend to you guys. So I'm still on the hunt because that was a horrible experience. If you guys are ever considering buying from that brand, Amy Hearts Makeup, I wouldn't recommend it. Like in my good conscience, I cannot recommend you guys purchasing from that brand. I didn't like the shadows. They were subpar, and the customer service, if you ever have anything wrong, is just shit. Like it is the worst customer service I've ever experienced from an indie brand. Normally indie brands like go above and beyond, but they wouldn't even answer my emails, and I made multiple attempts to contact them. So I definitely would not recommend purchasing from them to any of you because I'm too scared that you guys will be really disappointed. And I can't have that on my conscience. Like, I just can't. Don't buy from them. Wow, that is very shit business practice. I won't be buying from them. Yeah. This was Amy Hearts Beauty. Just to make that clear, Amy Hearts Beauty is the brand that I'm talking about. I want to buy from Terra Moon Cosmetics because I've heard really good things about them. Amy Hearts Beauty is the brand that I recommend you guys don't purchase from because I've had a bad experience with them. I hope I've made that very clear. But every time I see the Terra Moon iridescent chameleons, it reminds me of that experience. So Terra Moon is good from what I hear. I personally haven't tried from them. Terra Moon gets a thumbs up. Amy Hearts Beauty gets a thumbs down. What about Cleona Cosmetics? Did they have those type of shadows? Yeah, I think they do. Just they're really behind on their orders at the moment. Yeah, they treated Amy very poorly too. Yeah, and that's another reason why I wouldn't support them, because, you know, that whole collaboration, and I know Amy was so excited about it, and they just treated her shockingly, really appalling. What about Cleona Cosmetics? Did they have those types of shadows too? Yeah, I really want to buy from Cleona Cosmetics, but I know they're a little bit behind on their orders at the moment, and I'm waiting for the next sale. I'm waiting for a sale from Cleona, and I think I might buy in the next Terra Moon sale. Terra Moon always sells out really quickly, which is disappointing, but from all accounts that I've seen, their shadows are really good. And Cleona, the Cleona shadows that I already have are really beautiful, but I don't have any of the multi-chromes or anything like that. I have a BH Cosmetics highlighter palette that has fab inner corner shades. Yeah, I do have the, I've got the, what is it? The Kat Von D Alchemist palette, which I use quite a lot. And I have the, what is it? The Moonchild palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I think it's the Moonchild palette or the Aurora. One of the two. I've got one of those palettes as well. I just want like all the different variations of inner corner highlight. This is the reveal of the face palettes from the Midas Cosmetics and the Neon MUA collaboration. So this is the Dusk to Dawn collection. Has 4 face palettes. Looks like each have at least one blush and some bronzers and a highlighter. And looks like that they are from pale, like pale to deep, which I think is amazing. Very amazing. Yeah, I really like the variations in the depths of tone. They didn't just come out with just one palette, they came out with 4. And Neon MUA is a man of color, and I think he is practicing. I think he is, I want to say he is like a working MUA, I think. But yeah, he is a beautiful man of color. So if you do want to support a collaboration with a man of color, then definitely jump on it. And I think Midas seems like a pretty good brand as well from what I've seen. Yeah, so there's that. I think that's it. Let's see. There's always something that's come out while we've been talking. Oh God, there actually has been something come out while we've been talking. Hello Taco, which is Christine from Simply Analogical's brand, has come out with the anniversary collection. So her brand has been open for a year now. So we have 3 flaky nail polishes here, or flaky top coats. So we have like a purpley one, a gold, and a blue. These look beautiful. And then we have a set of nail files. So these are glass nail files. As always, I really like Christine. I like Christine. I think she's fun. I think she's quirky. I think she's cool. She does some good things with her platform. And I think her brand's doing really well. I would like to try them, but I don't wear nail polish enough. This is the first time I've actually painted my nails in like 2 months now, and like my nails look shocking at the moment. My nails look terrible. But they look really nice. And they're like a holographic top coat. So they go like over the top of other colors, or you can wear them by themselves. Let me just remove that. And gosh, I have lots of comments to catch up on. Okay. I just gave my BH highlighter palette to my daughter. It was too bright, bold for my liking. I just gave her the Aurora as well. I wish you were my mum. I wish you were my mum too, Carolyn. Or can you talk to my mum and get her into makeup more? We can hang out together. Those are gorgeous. I wish she would make gel polishes. I don't think she traditionally wears gel polishes, so I don't know if she would come out with nail polishes. Like she might eventually come out with gel polishes, but I think because she changes her nail polish up a lot, I don't think she wears a lot of gel polish. But gel polishes would be good if she could come out with that, because she does seem to put a lot of effort and research into her nail polishes. I'm so bad at nail polishes. You should see me try and paint my toenails. It is the most awkward thing ever. Some of my toes, I just end up pretty much painting the whole toe, and then I have a shower and I wash off the polish that gets on my skin. And at the moment, because some of my nails are so short, I end up getting so much nail polish on my skin. It's just ridiculous. I just wait for it to dry and then I scratch it off. I'm such an amateur when it comes to painting my nails. And I'm so, last night I had to like take off completely one of my nails and repaint it. And then I had to like do some patch jobs on a couple of my nails because I just cannot sit still. And then I did the stupid thing. I painted my nails and then I was like, oh, I'll paint my toenails. So I had to take off the polish that was already on there that had, been flaking off for the last 6 months. I'm terrible at repainting my toes, but I decided to paint my fingernails first. And then I was like, I'll paint my toenails. So I had to remove the nail polish while I had polish on my nails. I was still drying. It was an absolute hot mess. I chew my nails, so I have none. Yeah, I'm the same. I'm a bad picker. Like I'm picking my nails like crazy at the moment and I really need to stop. I haven't been biting my nails as much lately, I think because my brain's like, don't do that. It's unhygienic. And, there's lots of people at my work that aren't the most hygienic. So I don't like to put my hands near my face or in my mouth. My toes, like my toenails last a good couple of months before I need to redo them again. But then it gets to the point where they look so bad. And I'm like, man, I need to redo this. My little luxury is to get my nails done at the salon. I just painted with shellac. It lasts 3 to 4 weeks. Yeah, I've never really been a big nail salon kind of person. And in my town, there's not really many nice places to go. A lot of them are the like in shopping center, Japanese, Chinese places. And like they do a pretty good job. But the scent in there, like the smell of the nail polish chemicals, I just can't sit there for very long. I don't enjoy it. So that's why I've never really been a big nail person, because I just don't enjoy the aroma in the nail salons. It can get a bit much. Who shopped the Sephora sale? I did. I picked up something that I didn't think that I would pick up, but when I saw it, I was like, I'm going to give this a try. So I'm hoping to be really organized and actually show you guys a video on it. Like I'll show you in my haul video, obviously, but I want to do a dedicated video on it, but I don't know if I'm actually going to do it anytime soon. You guys know how slack I am with doing dedicated videos on things. I spent a ridiculous amount. I was this close to spending a ridiculous amount, and then I was like, no, you need to behave. So I repurchased, I like restocked something that I'm nearly out of, and then I brought something else. I looked but didn't find anything I wanted. Yeah, I was scrolling through the Sephora site like a couple of days before the sale started. And I was like, what am I going to buy? What am I going to buy? And nothing really jumped out at me. I placed 2 orders. Did anyone buy the Natasha Denona bronze palette? Because I know we were all talking about that a couple of weeks ago. And I think it was Stevie, you were very tempted to buy it. I'm wondering whether you actually picked it up or not. I've been placing orders through Sydney Grace at the moment through their Christmas in July sales. So that's why I didn't spend as much at the Sephora sale, because I've been spending a bit of money at Sydney Grace instead. After buying the Pat McGrath Divine Rose 2 palette, I put myself on a low buy. We'll see how long that lasts. That's very good of you. Have you got your Divine Rose 2 palette yet? And how are you liking it? Because I'm thinking about adding it to my present wish list. I done 2 orders, Natasha Denona and Pat McGrath. Oh, nice. Eye creams and lip products. That was the second order, not the bronze palette. I looked at it a few times and I was like, oh, maybe. I've decided not to get the Urban Decay Ultraviolet now, though. I got another Pat McGrath palette, but it was one of the 6 pans. Is that the one that was on? No, that was on the Pat McGrath website. I jumped on the Pat McGrath website. She had like some things that were 50% off, and one of the 6 pan palettes, I think the one with the red packaging, was 50% off. And I was like, oh, do I pick it up? Do I not pick it up? And all the lip balms were half price as well. I like the Divine Rose first one. Yeah, I'm tossing up. I'm thinking about adding one of the Pat McGrath palettes to my present wish list, because I would feel less guilty about someone else buying it for me than me buying it myself, even though they would still be spending the same amount of money, but it wouldn't be my money. That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I'm thinking about adding one of them to my wish list, but I'm not quite sure which one yet. I'm going to have to sit down and decide which one. It's a cool toned one. Yeah, I'm thinking about the one with the multi-chrome, but at the same time, I'm like, I've got multi-chromes. I don't need to buy a Pat McGrath palette to get a multi-chrome. The dark matte isn't as good as I'd like. The rest are lovely, and that multi-chrome. Well, that's disappointing that they're not all good, though. The bronze sold out, then come back, then sold out again in minutes, then was back after 10 minutes. So I used Ninja Skills to get it, and there was 2 single PM shadows in my cart. That's weird that it kept going in and out of stock. Maybe people were changing their mind. Maybe it was Sephora must have like a reserved, like when you put it in your cart, it's reserved. It's called Platinum Bronze. Which one's that? It's a cool one. Oh, okay. Yep. I think I know which one you're talking about. I just struggle every time I think about Pat McGrath. I'm like, I really want to try it, but it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Alrighty. We have past 2 hours, everyone. So I need to go. We're going out for lunch to my brother-in-law's, so I've got to do some stuff before we go. So I've got to jump off. It has been fantastic talking to you all again. If you are still here and you haven't already, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, this video. If you are new and you want to, make sure you subscribe down below so you can get notified when I go live every week. I do go live at 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time every single Sunday, where we talk about new beauty releases, and then afterwards we have a chit chat. It's been fantastic. What else was I going to say? Oh, Kylie is off. Goodbye. Have a fantastic day, Kylie. They are very hard pressed, will last me forever. It sold out on Friday, then was restocked yesterday morning and sold out when I put it in my cart. So I kept refreshing it. Also got the Bieber palette. Oh, I hope you like all of the stuff that you got. Yes, I know, but 20% off is the only time to get unless you can get it one of Pat's sales. Yeah, like Pat McGrath is rarely on sale as well. So if you can get it while it's on sale, definitely wait until then. Thank you to everyone that joined my membership. If you are having trouble, DM me on Instagram and I will so I had a little, I always have a little freak out after I spend lots of money and I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do? Like I said, thank you to everyone that joined the membership today, or anyone that has already joined the membership. I really appreciate you. You guys are fantastic. And if you do want to join the membership and you're having trouble, just send me a DM on Instagram and I'll see if I can help you out and sort it out for you. I hope you all have a fantastically amazing day. Enjoy the rest of your week. I will see you next Sunday. Stay safe, stay healthy. If you are in Melbourne, oh my gosh, please look after yourself. Please stay safe. It is pretty scary at the moment. I'll see you all later. Goodbye.